It's 2 a.m., you're staring at your phone, scrolling through old photos. Your finger hovers over her contact. Part of you wants to send that text, the one that says, "I miss you," or "Can we talk?" But something stops you. Good. Because what I'm about to share with you will save you from the biggest mistake men make after losing someone they care about. Most guys spend months, even years, trapped in what I call the waiting room, hoping, wondering, analyzing every signal. But there's a secret that separated men know. The moment you stop waiting for her to come back is the moment your real life begins. Stay with me, because I'm going to show you exactly how to transform heartbreak into unbreakable strength. Let me be brutally honest with you. You're not just missing her, you're missing who you were when you were with her. That feeling of being wanted, that rush of connection, that sense of completeness. I get it. But here's what's really happening. You've handed your power over to someone who isn't even in your life anymore. You're living in what I call emotional exile, where every day revolves around someone who may never return. You check her social media, replay conversations, search for hidden meanings in her silence. Each moment you do this, you're choosing her ghost over your own growth. Today, we're changing that. This isn't about getting her back. It's about getting yourself back. By the end of this, you'll understand why some men emerge from heartbreak as legends while others never recover. You'll learn the Phoenix Protocol. 8 powerful principles that will transform your pain into unshakable power. The first principle hits at the core. Stop feeding your energy to uncertainty. Right now, you're standing at a train station waiting for a train that may never arrive. Every day you spend checking the tracks, looking at your watch, hoping for movement. You waste another precious day of your life. Think about it. How much mental energy disappears into the black hole of what if? You scroll through her social media like a detective searching for clues. You analyze her last message for hidden meaning. You wonder why she hasn't called, why she hasn't texted, whether that story she posted was meant for you. Each of these moments hands your peace over to someone who isn't even there. Here's the shift that changes everything. Instead of asking, "Will she return?" start asking, "How can I reclaim my power today?" This isn't just positive thinking. It's a fundamental rewiring of where you place your attention. Your energy is finite and precious. Every minute you spend wondering about her movements is a minute you're not building your own momentum. The antidote to uncertainty isn't more information about her. It's absolute certainty about your own direction. When you redirect that obsessive energy toward your own growth, something magical happens. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the creator of your reality. The second principle will test everything you think you know about communication. Silence is your greatest strength. Most men crumble when they're ignored. They send just checking in texts. They explain themselves one more time. They apologize for things they didn't even do wrong. But this isn't effort, it's weakness disguised as care. Real strength is silence. Not the cold, bitter kind, but the confident silence that says, "I value myself too much to beg for what should be freely given." It's the refusal to chase someone who's already shown you they're running. But here's what most men miss. Silence doesn't just communicate to her, it teaches you. In those quiet moments when you resist the urge to reach out, you're building something invaluable. Self-control. You're learning that your emotional state doesn't depend on her response or lack thereof. Think of silence as training for your emotional muscles. Every time you don't send that text, don't make that call, don't check that social media profile, you get stronger. You prove to yourself that you can sit with discomfort without immediately seeking external relief. The most powerful men I know understand this. Your silence speaks louder than any words ever could. It communicates self-respect, emotional stability, and unshakable confidence. And ironically, it's often in the space of your silence that others begin to hear their own thoughts about you. The third principle is where transformation begins. Rebuild yourself into the man she can't forget. If she left, there's a reason. Maybe you gave too much of yourself away. Maybe you weren't living in your full power. Maybe you were still figuring out who you were supposed to be. That's not a judgment, it's information. And information is power when you know how to use it. Here's the beautiful truth. You're not fixed clay, you're still moldable.
Every day is an opportunity to sculpt a better version of yourself.
This isn't about becoming someone fake or trying to impress anyone. This is about evolution, becoming the man you were always meant to be. Start with the basics. Sharpen your physical presence through consistent training. Build discipline through daily routines that make you proud. Develop skills that challenge your mind and expand your capabilities. Create a lifestyle so rich and purposeful that your old self becomes a distant memory. But here's the key. Do this for you, not for her. Don't transform yourself hoping she'll notice. Transform yourself because you deserve to live as the highest version of yourself. When your motivation comes from internal drive rather than external validation, the results become permanent. The goal isn't to become someone she wants back. It's to become someone so compelling that whether she returns or not becomes irrelevant. When you reach that level of self-development, you've won regardless of the outcome. The fourth principle requires sophistication. Learn true detachment without becoming cold. When most guys hear detach, they think it means building walls, shutting down emotions, or pretending they never cared. That's not detachment. That's emotional numbness, and it will rob you of your ability to connect deeply with anyone in the future. Real detachment is emotional freedom. It's the ability to say, yes, I loved her. Yes, I wanted it to work. But no, I don't need her to complete me. You're not rejecting the emotions you had. You're refusing to let those emotions chain you to the past. Think of it like this. You can appreciate a beautiful sunset without needing to own the sun. You can cherish the memories of what you shared without requiring that person to remain in your life forever. True detachment allows you to honor what was while staying open to what could be. This level of emotional maturity is rare and incredibly attractive. When you can look at old photos and smile at the memories without feeling the desperate need to recreate them, you've achieved something powerful. When you can wish someone well without needing them to validate your worth, you've found real freedom. The paradox is profound. The less you need someone, don't rob your future by staying stuck in your past. Keep writing your story with bold, confident strokes. The best chapters often come after the most challenging plot twists. The sixth principle addresses the root issue. Create a life so compelling that no single person can make or break your happiness. Here's why most men stay stuck after loss. They built their entire world around one person. She became their excitement, their escape, their reason to wake up excited. When she left, she took their entire sense of purpose with her. This has to change. Ask yourself, what would light you up if relationships weren't even a factor? Maybe it's building a business that makes a real impact. Maybe it's training your body to levels you never thought possible. Maybe it's traveling to places that expand your perspective or learning skills that challenge your mind. The specific pursuit doesn't matter. What matters is that it's authentically yours. When your days are filled with meaningful work and your nights are filled with genuine progress toward goals you care about, you stop needing anyone else to be the source of your fulfillment. This isn't about staying busy to avoid feelings. It's about building a life so rich and purposeful that adding someone special enhances it rather than defines it. When you become genuinely excited about your own trajectory, you naturally attract people who are drawn to that energy and vision. The most attractive people aren't those desperately seeking completion through others. They're those who are already complete and looking for someone equally whole to share the adventure with. So here's the ultimate truth. Whether she comes back is irrelevant. The real question is this: will you come back? Will you return to your confidence, your power, your unshakable sense of self-worth? Because here's what I've learned after years of studying human psychology and watching men transform their lives. The moment you stop waiting for her is the moment you start meeting yourself again. And that version of you, the evolved, confident, purposeful man you're becoming, is exactly who the world needs. Don't wait for her to return so you can feel valuable again. Don't put your growth on hold hoping for her validation. Instead, become so focused on your own evolution that when she does look back, and she will look back, she realizes she could never return to the man you used to be. Because that man has evolved into someone completely untouchable. This is your Phoenix protocol. Rise from the ashes of what was into the fire of what you're becoming. Transform your heartbreak into unbreakable strength. Use this pain as fuel for the most incredible comeback story anyone has ever witnessed. The choice is yours. Stay in the waiting room of what might be, or step into the arena of what definitely can be. Your future self is waiting for you to make the decision that changes everything. Stop waiting for her to come back. Start building a life so extraordinary that you wouldn't trade it for anything, including the past you're holding on to. The Phoenix rises now.